Hello students. In this part we will discuss on population genetic and Hardy-Weinberg principle. Population genetic. What is population genetics? Population genetics, it is the study of the genes of any organism in population. The study of the gene of any organism in population is called population genetics. The study of the genes in an organism, or you can say that genes in population. In population. Population means a group of organisms which have the same species और सेम स्पीसीज के ग्रुप ऑफ एनिमल्स हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड पॉपुलेशन. उस पॉपुलेशन के जीन की, जितने भी उस पॉपुलेशन के ऑर्गेनिज्म उनके जीन की स्टडी करना ही क्या कहलाता है? पॉपुलेशन जेनेटिक्स. एंड द अदर वन इज हार्डी-वेनबर्ग प्रिंसिपल. हार्डी-वेनबर्ग principle. What is Hardy-Weinberg principle? Hardy-Weinberg principle means it is the, or you can say that, relative study of genes frequency. Sorry, population genetics means the study of gene frequency. Gene frequency in population, that is called population genetics. Or Hardy-Weinberg principle means relative frequency of allele remain constant in a population relative frequency of allele remain always constant in a population. The animals, लेकिन इसकी फीचर्स है कि पॉपुलेशन के अंदर रिलेटिव एलील की फ्रीक्वेंसी हमेशा कांस्टेंट रहती है, बट द एनिमल्स रिप्रोड्यूस सेक्सुअली. इफ द एनिमल्स reproduce sexually, not asexually, reproduce sexually. What is Hardy-Weinberg principle? Relative frequency of allele in a population always remain constant if the animals or organism reproduce sexually. The Hardy-Weinberg principle act when, यानी इसी किस बात के ऊपर एप्लीकेबल कब होता है? एप्लीकेबल Hardy-Weinberg principle applicable only when, first feature, the big population, not in short population. Population may be big, so big population. This principle act on big population. Number 2, the organism in big population randomly mating. Organisms in population randomly mating. And third one is there is no mutation. There is no mutation. If mutation can occur, that may be directional. Means the organism which are eliminated, those are same, come from other places. That make the constant value. If there is no mutation, if mutation take place, then it is directional. So we can say that what is Hardy-Weinberg principle? According to Hardy-Weinberg principle, relative frequency of allele in a population always remain constant but the animal or organism reproduce sexually. There are some features on which the Hardy-Weinberg principle applicable. The first one is the big population. The population of that area may be big, and the organism in the population may randomly mating with each other. And third one is no mutation can take place. If a mutation can take place, that must be directional. That is called Hardy-Weinberg principle. Hardy-Weinberg principle, Hardy-Weinberg proposed an equation to show that this frequency always remain constant, that is equal to 1. That equation was, we know that the features or characters may be dominant or recessive. The dominant characters which show in the next generation, the gene in the animals, so that in human being, for example in human being, the dominant gene is A, represented by P, and gene or allele we know that always present in pair, so dominant homologous gene or alleles must be represented by AA means P square. Just like as if the recessive gene that is represented by A, small a, is equal to Q, and if the homologous pair alleles are present, that may be AA is equal to Q square. These are chances when the homologous chromosomes may present dominant, and these are the recessive. But there is another chance, heterologous chromosomes. Heterologous chromosomes means one A, capital A or small a, that is equal to 2pq. That is equal to 2pq. So, according on the basis of these features of allele, Hardy-Weinberg represent an equation that is stand for P square plus Q square plus 2pq always remain constant is equal to 1. This equation was proposed by Hardy-Weinberg. According to Hardy-Weinberg principle equation, the always population or frequency, relative frequency of the allele in population remains constant, that is equal to 1. This is the Hardy-Weinberg principle. This Hardy-Weinberg principle is affected by some features. These are the applicable. And this Hardy-Weinberg principle affected by some features. Those features are Hardy-Weinberg principle affected, or you can say that depend on some features, and those are 5 features on which Hardy-Weinberg principle dependent. First one is mutation. Second one is recombination. Third one is genetic flow or gene flow. Next one is natural selection. And the last one is genetic drift. These are the 5 features on which Hardy-Weinberg principle dependent. These are the applicable. मतलब these are the processes on which Hardy-Weinberg principle applicable. ये Hardy-Weinberg principle का जो रूल है, लॉ है, वो इन बातों पे डिपेंड करता है, मतलब इन बातों के लिए एप्लीकेबल है. लेकिन कोई फीचर ऐसे भी हैं जो Hardy-Weinberg प्रिंसिपल को अफेक्ट करते हैं. वो फीचर 5 हैं: म्यूटेशन, रिकॉम्बिनेशन, जीन फ्लो, नेचुरल सिलेक्शन एंड जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट. First we will discuss on mutation. As we have already discussed, mutation is 2 types: chromosomal mutation, and the other one is genetic mutation. What is mutation? Sudden change in DNA. Due to change in DNA, the chromosome number of chromosomes or morphologic structure may be changed, or gene addition, deletion, or translocation of gene, that will also affect the organism, and the population alleles may be affected. So first one is mutation. We have already discussed chromosomal, morphological, numerical, and genetic addition, deletion, etc. Second one is recombination. Recombination means when two offspring mating with each other, fuse with each other, the offspring produce the features which are not matched of the offspring with the parent. मतलब कोई भी पेरेंट आपस में फ्यूजन करने के बाद जो उनके जो ऑफस्प्रिंग प्रोड्यूस होता है, उस ऑफस्प्रिंग के कुछ ऐसे फीचर्स होते हैं जो पेरेंटल से मैच नहीं करते. दोज आर द न्यू कैरेक्टर्स, एंड फॉर्मेशन ऑफ न्यू कैरेक्टर्स देयर मे कॉज रिकॉम्बिनेशन. मींस आफ्टर फ्यूजन the characters of offspring not matched with the parents, those new characters, new features are known as recombination. The next one is gene flow. जीन फ्लो मीन्स जीन का वन प्लेस से अनदर प्लेस में ट्रांसफर हो जाना. दिस जीन फ्लो इज बेसिकली टू टाइप, इमिग्रेशन और इमाइग्रेशन. इमिग्रेशन और इमाइग्रेशन. इमिग्रेशन मीन्स फ्लो ऑफ जीन फ्रॉम वन नेटिव प्लेस टू अदर प्लेस. मीन्स किसी एरिया से ऑर्गेनिज्म अपना नेटिव प्लेस को छोड़ के अदर प्लेस पे चले जाते हैं, इमाइग्रेट कर जाते हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड इमिग्रेशन. एंड इमाइग्रेशन इट मीन्स द ऑर्गेनिज्म फ्रॉम अदर प्लेसेस कम टू द प्लेसेस. मीन्स इसमें तो क्या हुआ, यहां से ऑर्गेनिज्म बाहर चले गए. यदि ऑर्गेनिज्म जीन फ्लो कर जाते हैं वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस, देन द एलील्स फ्रीक्वेंसी में रिड्यूस्ड. और इफ any area the organism or gene comes from outer to in this surface, then the gene alleles frequency also increased. If the number of immigration or immigration becomes equal, then we can say that the Hardy-Weinberg principle that remains always constant. Clear? The next one is natural selection. Natural selection means we always know that nature always selected the animals who is fit or healthier. नेचर उसी ऑर्गेनिज्म का सिलेक्शन करती है जो ऑर्गेनिज्म अपने आप को सर्वाइवल कंडीशन प्रोवाइड करा देता है, जो अपने नेचर के हिसाब से अपने आप को कन्वर्ट कर लेता है. द फिटेस्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म इज सिलेक्टेड ऑलवेज बाय द नेचर, एंड दैट ऑर्गेनिज्म कैन बी सर्वाइव इजिली इन द नेचर. अकॉर्डिंग टू द नेचुरल कंडीशन और नेचुरल सिलेक्शन, there are three ways. One is stabilizing. Second one is directional, and third one is disruptive. There are three reasons of the natural selection. As we know that nature always selected the fittest organism, and the fittest or healthy organism can be survive in the nature better because that organism can convert itself according to the nature condition, whether it is hot, summer, cold, frost, and etc. temperature. This natural selection is proposed in different ways, in three different ways: stabilizing, directional, or disruptive. Suppose this is an area in which human beings of different heights are living here, such like as height लॉन्गर, लंबी हाइट वाले हैं, मीडियम साइज एंड ड्वार्फ. There are three on the basis of height. There are three types of human being on the basis of height who are living in a nature conditions such like as long height, medium size or dwarf organism, dwarf animals. In stabilizing, if the nature select or nature provide the nature behave to survival condition to the longer height people, means this is the condition, this type of conditions. We again redraw the diagram. We again redraw the diagram of such like of stabilizing, directional or stabilizing and disruptive natural selection. Suppose this is the area in which different types of organism can be, different type of human being or different heights are living. Longer height, medium size and dwarf. If the nature provide the sufficient or nature selected the longer height person or human being, then the curve will make one side, at the lower side it is thicker and the upper side it becomes a peak, steep peak. It makes a steep peak. It means only one peak is produced because nature survive the condition to the longer height human being, not to the medium size or dwarf organism, dwarf animals. So it form a longer stiff, and this type of graph is known as stabilizing. The second one is directional. If the nature behaves or nature selected to either longer height or middle height. If the nature selected the longer, either the longer height or the middle height human being, then it may cause also a peak, but the peak is not so stiff. Peak इतनी stiff नहीं होती, means तीखी नहीं होगी जितनी की एक single के लिए थी. So it makes a single peak. It also form a single peak, and this is called directional because it may be longer height human being as well as a medium height. And third one is disruptive. Disruptive means the nature select either the longer height, means longer height as well as dwarf animals. Dwarf human being दो प्रजातियों को select करती है, dwarf height वाले और human being को और longer height वाले को. Then the graphical representation may be longer height form a longer peak and a depression may occur between the two peaks. This is the dwarf peak. This one is a longer height peak. So there are two peaks are produced in disruptive, and depression may occur at the between because the mediums cannot selected by the nature. So the organism which live better in the nature which was selected by the nature. Clear? There are three types of graphical representation of natural selection: stabilizing, directional and disruptive. Disruptive forms two peaks because there are selection of two generations, two heights of the animal human beings. So they form the two peaks. Single, then maybe a stiff peak. Either one or two, means there is suspense between the two, one or two. Then it also forms a single peak, but the stiffness of peak is not just like as directional. And third, last one is genetic drift. Genetic drift means elimination of gene in a population due to some disease or pandemic. You can say that geographically as well as temperature. Elimination of gene in population due to pandemic, or you can say that disease, biogeographical area. as well as temperature. There is some disturbance occurred during the transfer from one place to another place due to the change of temperature, due to any disease. So the genes are eliminated, and this condition is known as genetic drift. One more question is, what is gene pool? Gene pool. Gene pool means entire gene which is present the population of an area. किसी भी एरिया के अंदर जितने भी ऑर्गेनिज्म की पॉपुलेशन, डिफरेंट टाइप के ऑर्गेनिज्म भी हो सकते हैं, जितने किसी गिवन एरिया के अंदर जितने भी ऑर्गेनिज्म प्रेजेंट है उन सभी का जीन का इंटायर कलेक्शन इज कॉल्ड जीन पूल. इट इज द entire collection of gene in an area. किसी भी एरिया के अंदर डिफरेंट टाइप के ऑर्गेनिज्म बेसिक प्रेजेंट हो, बट टोटल जीन्स इंटायर कलेक्शन जो होता है उस एरिया का, दैट इज कॉल्ड जीन पूल. क्लियर?